Hi guys, this is Sharanya, talking to you guys from Stuttgart, Germany. So before I tell you where I work and what I work on, maybe a little bit about my educational background first. So I'm from Bangalore. I was basically born and brought up in Bangalore. I did my schooling in St. Paul's English School. I also studied my 11th and 12th standard there. I went on to do my engineering in electronics and communication at the Jain University. After that, I definitely wanted to pursue my master's. So for that, I chose automotive as my subject. Why automotive? Because automotive is a good mixture of both electronics and mechanical concepts. So, it gave me a chance to dive deeper into whatever I studied during my engineering and also learn how, when combined with mechanical concepts, these are implemented in cars these days. And right now, I'm working as a test manager at a company called Cariad. We are a new Volkswagen Group company. We're just 18 months old. So what my team and I basically do is we test the communication between different ECUs in the car. So what's an ECU? An ECU stands for an electronic control unit. ECUs basically consist of programmed microcontrollers or microprocessors. When connected with different sensors and actuators, these give rise to the features or functions which you see in the cars these days. I unfortunately can't go into much detail about what I work on, but I did want to introduce you guys to some features or functions that I find really cool in the cars. In the automotive industries these days, people always talk about autonomous driving or autonomous parking. There are also other features or functions which are just as cool and interesting. So at the beginning of my career, when I had the chance to test functions on cars, there was this new feature called Drowsiness Detection, common in all the Volkswagen cars these days. So what it basically does is it detects when the driver is unfit to drive and it warns him and tells him to take a break. So it got me curious, how does it actually work? Is there a camera behind your rearview mirror and it actually detects your face when you're tired or when you're yawning? Or does it actually measure the distance between your eyelids? Trust me, there are functions that do that, but not for this particular function. So how it actually works is there's a small motion sensor in your steering wheel, because there are always micro movements when you're driving. Yes, so go and ask someone who's been driving for a long time or who knows how to drive. There are always micro movements in your steering wheel. The speed doesn't matter if you're driving on a straight road or you're making a turn, there are always micro movements in your steering wheel. So when there are no micro movements in your steering wheel, for the next 30 seconds or for about a minute or so, the car detects, okay, the driver is unfit to drive now, he needs to take a break. So it warns the driver acoustically and also optically. There's a small pop-up on the instrument cluster behind your steering wheel with a little coffee symbol that asks you to take a break. And also it beeps continuously if you don't actually stop the car. So in a way, your car actually cares about you, which I found it really cool. And then apart from that, there's also this head-up display, which is super helpful, especially if you're driving in the night. So there's this display on the windshield, on the glass when you're driving, with details like the speed you're driving at, navigation details, traffic symbols, and other things which are really helpful to the driver when he's driving in the night. You don't have to look left or right to look at the traffic symbols or constantly glare or glance at your instrument cluster behind your steering wheel. So it's really helpful to the driver. And there's also the new Hey Mercedes voice assistant in all the Mercedes cars these days. It is quite similar to Siri in the iPhones. So it literally allows you to talk to your car. You can say, hey Mercedes, and ask some questions and she'll answer you back. I urge you guys to go and check out some Hey Mercedes videos in YouTube. I hope you find them interesting, just as I did. And hopefully I helped you in giving a small insight into the automotive industries. And yeah, I wish you guys all the best. Bye bye.